Hey everyone! I always get this wrong. I was just about to do the biggest yeah boy ever. That's going to be a running joke every single time. So, welcome to our Biblio Squad live show for ACOWAR, also known as A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas. If you want to join the discussion over Twitter, our hashtag will be ACOWAR Squad. And yeah, why don't you guys all introduce yourselves and your lovely channels?
Hi guys, my name is Kathleen and I'm from the channels For the Love of Books, and I honestly just finished reading this book like 30 minutes ago, so all the feelings are still fresh and I'm so excited to discuss this book with you guys.
Yeah. My name is Nina. I'm from the channel Demigods or Dauntless, and I surprisingly didn't finish reading this 30 minutes ago, but I finished it earlier today. And I loved it. I gave it 5 out of 5 stars, and I can't wait to discuss it.
Hi, I'm Jules from the channel Jules Reads. I really enjoyed ACOWAR. I finished it like a week ago or two, I don't remember. But I rated it 5 stars. I would give it 1,000 stars if I could, because it's just so amazing. And I'm super excited to talk about it.
And of course, my name is Grace. I'm from the channel G-Swizzel Books, and I finished this within 48 hours of receiving it. And I'm curious as to why everybody else didn't finish it the first week it came out. Like, what? But yeah.
I had school.
Wait, school?
Yeah.
Yeah, school.
True.
Remember, I'm in high school. I have school every day.
Listen. I don't know. Nah, that's all good though. Like, it feels so weird because like a lot of my friends, I don't even know too many people that have actually read it that late, other than Kathleen and Nina, because every other one of my friends devoured it within a day. It's so weird. Yeah. So, I loved this book so much, and to be honest, like I did give it like a 5 out of 5 stars when I first started reading it, but it's more like a 4.75 now, like just for tiny little aspects. But I think it's just because like it's not fully resolved yet, and this isn't like a conclusion, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm really excited to discuss this with you guys as well. And you know what? We're going to go with a very favorite question that we tend to ask every single time, and that is the expectations. Like going into it, were your expectations high? Were they low? And most importantly, were they met?
For me, I had very, very high expectations for this book just because A Court of Mist and Fury was one of my favorite books that I read last year. It was amazing, and especially because I liked ACOWAR enough, but I didn't think it was the best thing ever written. And then I read ACOWAR, and it was just so good. And so I went into this book wanting the same feels that I got from ACOWAR. And while I did like this book enough, it didn't live up to my expectations. It just didn't bring those feelings that I had for ACOWAR. Like ACOWAR, I was like on a book slump after that because I loved it so much. In this book, I liked it. I think I'm gonna give it like 4.5 stars, but just didn't quite meet my high expectations of this book.
Yeah, I had similar feelings. So I would say ACOWAR was probably my favorite book of last year. Like, I absolutely loved it. So going into this, like, obviously I'm a huge Sarah J. Maas fan, very high expectations. And I would say overall, I really, really enjoyed it. I definitely liked ACOWAR more though, just because I think there was a lot more that happened and that it was just overall a better book. But this one was still amazing. And I would give it, yeah, like a 5, 4.5. I haven't really decided, but somewhere really high up there.
I had really high expectations for this too, because I read it like a week afterwards. So I was like hearing all this stuff, and I got a lot of spoilers. But anyways, so my expectations were met. It's like a tie for me with ACOWAR personally. I really like. My earbuds are screwing me. So I thought like ACOWAR and ACOWAR were like tied in my personal opinion.
I could say the same thing. Yeah, because I'm gonna be real. Like a lot of people who have watched my channel know that I didn't like ACOWAR the first time I read it. I didn't like it at all, and I rated it a 5 out of 5 stars just so that like people wouldn't hate me. But it was just because like I don't know why. Like I had so many predictions in game, and that like really affected me. But then the second time I read it, I just fell in love with it. I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever. Then when I read this one, I had very similar feelings. I was on a high. I felt like I was on the same high with this one as I was with Empire of Storms. Like when I finished reading this, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever. And then, you know, there are people that start pointing things out. I'm like, oh my goodness, like you're totally right. And it changes my perspective on the book, just like Empire of Storms, because Empire of Storms was one of my favorite books in the series. Like it was my favorite book of the series after I read it. And afterwards, like I distanced myself. Okay, is this really my favorite book in the series, or am I just saying that because of the hype that it's, you know, it's happening at the moment? But overall, I did enjoy this one, and I do think that it's tied with ACOWAR because it's different because it's not as character driven. It's more politically driven. Like there's a lot more politics in here. The character development, a lot of the character development has been done, but there's still some character development with some of the characters that we didn't really have a chance to be developed in the last one. So yeah, there's that. So what did, like, if you guys didn't mention it earlier, what did you guys end up rating it again?
4.5 stars.
Yeah.
I feel like if ACOWAR is the 5-star rating, I could give it 100 stars to that book. This is not that. So I can't rate it that high.
Yeah. Like when I immediately finished reading it and like I went straight on Goodreads, I was like 5 out of 5 stars. That was amazing. But now having like let it sit for a few hours, I'm like, it might be more like 0.5, but it's still like definitely up there. But like similar to Kathleen, like I didn't think it was as good as ACOWAR. So I don't know. It's definitely high though.
Personally, with me, I'm like very lenient when it comes to ratings. Like I'm not like very hardcore, so if like I'm absolutely blown away by like any book, like I'll give it 5 stars. So I give it 5 stars.
Then again, with me, 0.75.
I need to go ask my mom something. I'll be right back.
Oh, good. So I want to talk about the beginning now. Let's talk about, you know, the spring court where we open up. So did anybody else did anybody else predict that majority of this book was going to take place in the spring court? Or at least half of it?
I thought it was going to be a lot longer. I didn't think the whole book was going to be in the spring court, but I thought it was going to be a lot longer than it was. And I think we were only in the spring court for about 120 pages. That's it. And I was surprised. I thought we were definitely going to see more of spring court and like, I don't know, more of Tamlin, I guess, but it definitely didn't happen.
I mean, she was sent there as a spy, and, you know, all of a sudden, she's gone. Like, it's 100 pages there, and she's gone. Like, surprisingly, that 100 pages went by very quick. I'm just like, what? Okay, she's already gone? Oh, look, it's Cassie and Asriel. Oh, they're fine. Like, it just felt so weird, but it was really cool at the same time. Like, you've got to admit that there's so much enjoyment in seeing the inner circle again. Like,
oh my god, no.
Like, I freaked out. I'm like, oh my gosh, Asriel gets me in the back. But yeah, like, but I wasn't expecting the visit to be that short. It felt like a visit. It didn't feel like, oh, she was here for good. Like, it felt like a visit, not a spy fan.
Yeah.
I did feel it was kind of short too, but
Yeah.
I thought it was like, because, you know, like, she wanted to get out of there as fast as possible, so I do understand why.
Yeah. And I also really loved to see her evident character development at the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
Well, like, she was the same person she was at the end of ACOWAR, and I liked that consistency, which was really cool. Like, a lot of people now are Team Feyre, and people didn't really like Feyre to begin with, but Feyre has really, like, she's really shining, and I loved to see, especially when she was in her place.
I have to say, like, skipping to the end, I'm sorry. I have to say that the way Sarah J. Maas kind of, like, redeemed Tamlin kind of made me happy. Because as much as I hated him, in the last book, as much as I wanted him to like die at certain moments, I kind of like, he kind of just wanted him to redeem himself, and he kind of did, sort of, not really, but I kind of like that he did it, like there was almost like a redeeming part to his story, you know?
Yeah. See, I feel like as much as I don't like Tamlin, we didn't get that much of Tamlin, and I feel like So I remember I went to the ACOWAR launch in Sydney, like at the Mix Sydney, and so people were making, like, I think people were you know, having wars on like either defending characters or saying that they were horrible or something like that. Like there was like a full-on debate that was happening. It was really funny. And then somebody decided to go up on stage, and she was just like, okay, like today I want to defend Tamlin. And then we were just like, what is he doing? And she's just like, Tamlin's not at all. He's just in misunderstanding full. And then she said stuff like, has Tamlin in his whole life seen a badass female? Has Tamlin in his whole life seen somebody, like a female, rise up like this? And, you know, like, does he know how to treat a female well? No, he's just very misunderstood. And as much as he is messed up, like, we give him a lot of crap for that. And I was just like, at first I was like, okay, you're weird. But then when I start to think about it, I'm like, that's kind of true. Although I don't like Tamlin. Like, I used to like Tamlin for some reason, and I wish I didn't like Tamlin. It's just the fact that he, you know, like the way that he was, like the way that he was raised, and, you know, and it's really difficult to explain, but you know, to see that much female empowerment, he hasn't experienced that, and also he's very messed up. He thinks that he needs to protect them at all times, and apparently he still loves Feyre. It's weird, so weird. But
yeah, it's like kind of like we said. I feel like he grew up in a world where he, like, the women are his to protect, and so he's not used to someone like being his equal and wanting to protect himself. So I do feel like he was very misunderstood, and that is why part of me is kind of glad that he kind of had like a redeeming arc to his story.
Yeah, I was kind of happy with the redeeming thing, but like I was very, like, I didn't like that he just got her out of like Hybern clutches, like skip to end again. When like Feyre was like practically begging everyone to like save Rhys, and then he comes and like Tamlin's just like standing there, and Feyre is willing to give up her life to save Rhys, and he just says like, "Be happy," and I was like, that was amazing character development. Yeah. Like, he understands, and I appreciate that so much, because it is. I feel like would be a really hard concept to grasp. Like, this person who literally gave their life and was remade just for, like, to protect other people, like, fell in love with someone else. Like, it does seem very hard to grasp, but I do understand. I'm very thankful that he did grasp it in the end and understood, like, even though that he loves her, he let her go.
I think at that moment when she was saying, "I'll do anything," and to save him, I felt like that was the moment he finally understood that Feyre, she needs Rhysand, and that's I think he finally connected that he may, in some deep level, still care about Tamlin, but he's not what she needs. Ultimately, Rhys is her life partner, he's her mate, and he's the one that she really needs in her life and that she really loves. And I think like that moment, it finally like clicked in his head and in his heart too.
Yeah, and I appreciate the fact that was in there, because like everyone's just like been giving, like, I'm on Tumblr a lot, so everyone on Tumblr was, after ACOWAR, was giving Tamlin crap, calling Tam the tan line, because, you know, like, he wore the mask for 50 years and tan lines obviously.
What the frick?
No, but he probably did. Anyways.
So funny! Anyway, go.
And like, afterwards, like, I've been on Tumblr again, and then I'm just seeing people, like, analyze that and like they're like understanding like why he was such a and it just really comes to show how much like character development went into Tamlin.
Yeah.
If he stops,
Well,
we've got the live on YouTube. Go away. We're talking about books. No.
Okay, so
really sorry, everyone.
That topic, because you know we've got to get through this very quickly. If you guys don't know, I've got to leave as soon as this live show's done because I got to work. So just, you know, if we end up rushing through anything, that's the reason why. But oh wow, that made me laugh so much. Oh my gosh. Anyway, the next thing, you know, speaking of mate, we need to talk about the sexual tension between Lucian, actually no, just like Lucian, because Elaine and stuff. But yeah, let's talk about the sexual tension.
I felt so
Does
bad.
anybody do them or not? Like who?
Does anybody what?
Does anybody ship them or not?
Oh, Lucian and
I honestly, like, towards the end, I started shipping her and Azriel. I don't know why.
So
That's on Tumblr so much. Oh my god, you have no idea how much that's on Tumblr.
Okay, so Jules, who do you ship with Elaine?
It's hard. It's really hard because like I feel like she's like learning to cope with Lucian being her mate, but then like she and Azriel also have really good chemistry, so it's really hard.
Okay, so we've got one that's not sure.
That love triangle, and I don't know.
We've got one that's not sure.
And it's
Kathleen that ships Azriel, and Nina.
I think I would say Lucian because I love Azrael, but I was thinking of
Okay.
him more as like an older brother, protective figure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
See,
that's
I
what I
think,
compromise,
Like they have
he's
like,
still
such good
alive.
chemistry. It's tough. It's so tough.
Yeah.
See, I love Azriel, and I think he deserves to be happy, but I also think that Lucian deserves to be happy, and it's honestly,
Yeah, I think
it's
the only
just
way
because love
Lucian's
triangle. It's so heartbreaking. Like, why the heck would you do a love triangle between them? And I understand with Moore's situation, I first was not happy about how, like, you know, like I thought that it was forced and stuff. But see, the problem is that the first, like in ACOWAR, you're built up to their romance. Like, it builds it up. And I feel like that's one thing that I didn't like about ACOWAR now looking back at it, because it builds up more in Azriel's romance. And that made me, like, it broke me. But at the same time, like,
Yeah.
really understandable now. But it's just
Like I
really
do.
saying that ACOWAR builds up a romance between them two, but it never, like, it can't happen, you know? And now I just want Azriel and Lucian to be happy, but I don't know how they're going to be happy. Like, they both, like, you know, like, I understand that Elaine doesn't really, like, I wanted Lucian and Elaine to happen in this book. Like, I really wanted them to happen in this book. But, you know, it took a while for Elaine to kind of let go. I think she's still trying to let go of her former lover. And so, it's just so hard. I just want them all to be happy.
Yeah.
But that's
No,
the thing that I
and
really liked about this
I
book.
feel-
Like,
Oh,
in
sorry.
general, because I liked how like Lucian and Elaine didn't end up like actually together by the end, because I think it made sense for Elaine's character arc. But
Yeah.
I also really like that there is still this conflict between like Lucian and Azriel, because I think otherwise it would have been like too easy. Like everyone was neatly paired
Yeah.
off, and that was that, and you tie the bow, which is
The
one
only
thing
people that
I
are
enjoyed
paired up,
looking
though,
back
are
on it as.
Feyre and Resand. No one else is paired up.
Well,
Yeah,
actually,
so I really like that.
Cassian,
Cassian, so
so
Desmond and Cassian aren't really paired up yet, though. Like, I feel like we might be following them.
like there's no other thing. They're just like
But there's
eventually.
no other people for them at the moment.
No,
but
we
they're
have
not paired up.
Varian and Amryn. We have Varian and Amryn. We have that.
Oh, true. Yeah, we have them. Why did I forget about them? Amryn out of nowhere. Varian out of nowhere just happened. It was just like,
I
That was really weird.
a lot
I'm
of
not
people.
gonna lie, that was really.
What was that?
I was like, whoa.
Yeah, a lot of people were really mad because that could have been, like, Amryn could have been representation of either, like, the asexual community or, you know,
But
the rest
the
of
thing
the
is,
LGBT.
No
not
offense.
happy with anyone, yeah.
Like,
What was
no
that?
offense to Sarah J. Maas, but she sucks at representation, and I feel like
I feel like
she
that needs
tries to
be-
shove these POCs, and it doesn't work. Like,
sun kiss.
like the entire reading of 3 books, did I ever think that Moore was lesbian? Okay, I always saw her as with Ezreal because that's like the first 2 books. And then all of a sudden she springs this on us, and I'm like, are you doing this to appease to the people who complain that you suck at representations, or are you doing this because it's what you had since the beginning? I just like,
That's how I feel.
Yeah, it is like, I mean, but like if you look back on it now, like if she had truly like loved Asriel, she would have said something because they had known each other for 500 years. They would have said something, and like I get like maybe that was to like build tension and like everyone, like all the fans be like, yay, finally an ACOWAR. But like if you think about it now, like the way it was explained, maybe she was setting that up all along. I don't know personally, but
and then again, we've also got to remember that this book isn't third person; it's from Feyre's perspective as well. Yeah. But then I kind of wish that it wasn't built up.
So we only get Feyre's interpretation. Like if rather it was third person and we got like some Moore's point of view, maybe that would have been more clear.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think when she like made her explanation, I think everything lined up with it, like how well she hit it. And I think that
he made it sound very convincing, but I still like part of me feels like it was kind of like sprung on us, and it was very like
it's like heartless, you know, like when Marissa Myers sprung that the Hatter was gay at the very, very end, like in the last 3 pages.
Chapter,
really,
whatever.
What? But
yeah,
like
that.
But like it like in that
I didn't mind.
The Hatter never seemed gay. Like he didn't seem gay. Like it just felt like rushed and thrown in like last minute. But I think like if you look back on everything, like it was kind of hinting at more being lesbian all along.
Yeah, like I get that one because that one can be explained nicely because through her actions from the previous books. But I do still feel like a little salty about Emran because I feel like she should have been like by herself. Okay, I didn't even know who this Varian guy is until he showed up, and then all of a sudden they're kissing and off and having. I was like,
I personally wanted her to be. I personally wanted her to be asexual representation.
Yeah.
Because that way, like, first of all, we've got like a strong, independent woman. But then also, I feel like that also needs to be represented a whole lot more because, like, Amarin doesn't need a man. When you think about her, she doesn't need a man.
Yeah, no.
She's a very strong, capable, I don't want to say monster, but I don't know what she is yet. But she's very strong, and she's like, you know, like, she had potential to have that build up as well, and she just had so much potential to be, you know, this new representation that we barely see in young adult literature. And I think I'm not too sure if Jenna Claire Kay said that, but I think she also wanted to see her ace as well. But that didn't really happen. And that would have made more sense because it would have been more of a build up. Like the build up would have even made sense in ACOWAR. Like it would have kind of like it would have kind of worked from ACOWAR. Whereas whereas with Moore's sexuality, it didn't work as much with what happened in ACOWAR because there was a build up and there was great hopes. Like there was fan art of Moore and Asriel.
Fan fiction. Tumblr is a beast, but I feel like I personally do have friends that identify as asexual, so I feel like that would, and they do read YA books, and some of them do read the series, so I feel like it would have been very nice to like have them be represented in such like a widespread book that's on like billboards and in bus stations and, you know, all that stuff. Like that would have been pretty cool, but it didn't happen, so
so sad.
Okay, hold on. Moving on. Can we talk about the Surio? Is that the Surio's death? I cried. Like I legit cried, and I was like, I couldn't like contain my emotions and walked myself off the bed, and I was just like dying because it was so sad, and I didn't expect to be so sad about it.
Bye, Grace.
Like, what?
Wait, was this the like backstory thing?
The sound of silence was playing in the background. That was so sad.
Oh, and I was
It makes me cry for some reason.
like,
You didn't even know his last time I cried because of the cereal was when I think he explained about the mating thing, and I was already crying about that. I was like looking at the trees as I was like crying about that passage, and then when he had to die, oh my gosh! I mean, I'm so happy that Ianthe died. And
So happy.
Right.
Honestly, that was
and more. I wish it felt like more of a victory, but she. This is sad. He's precious.
I just
Oh,
I want to know the cereal's name. I don't want to keep calling it the cereal and it. I want to know like everything about. I want a cereal novella. Okay, I want it. That's what.
No, but like
most
expected death. I mourned. Like, I'm truly mourning him, and I was not expecting that. Like, I just I couldn't. It caught me by surprise at how much and I was just no. I was like, no, get to
I can't.
But let's go.
I'm so happy that Ianthe died, but like I was happy at that point.
Let's go to how cool that was. Like Feyre just like zooms into the bone carver, and she's just like, "I brought you dinner." And zooms out, and it's like so cool because like I would have been
such a great scene
as well. I would have been like, nah, I'm not gonna risk that.
What? You mean the Weaver?
Like,
Yeah, the Weaver?
Yeah, I know. I'm getting them mixed up. They're both death gods. They're twins. Whatever.
Yeah.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
I was upset about that too, and I was like, no.
Yeah, I know, and like I was just like. I thought that was so cool because, like, if I was Feyre in that moment, I would have been like, we're not going to go to there. I'm not going to risk dying by a Weaver. Blah. So
at least she said dinner, and then they knew it was obvious, but she...
Yeah.
But I feel like at that point, though, she couldn't help but be brave enough to, avenge the death of the cereal.
Mm-hmm.
I loved that so much. As much as I hated his death, I loved that she was brave enough to do that. But
I love she stayed until the end. Like he kept telling her to run in case, but she said, "I can stay a little while longer." And I was like, "Oh my God, bless you."
I like a cinnamon roll with a sword. That's what I imagine her as, like a cinnamon roll with wings and a weapon. Like she's sweet, but she looks terrifying.
Oh.
Yeah. But I also really liked how that brought everything full circle. Like, the cereal, like she went back and found the cereal again. She went to the cottage again. She saw the bone carver again. Like everything from from ACOWAR like came back in this one, and it was all there for a reason, which I thought was really like well planned out.
I thought that was pretty cool. I thought like in ACOWAR, I thought the Weaver was just like, why is she here? Like this isn't necessary. But then when she came back, that was so cool. Like, I was like, ooh, she has actually a big role. And I also thought the bone carver was kind of odd in ACOWAR as well. But, like, when it was brought back to full circle, I was like, ooh.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wait, can you talk about the Ouroboros mirror or whatever it was?
Yeah.
That mirror, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Strange.
Like, I just liked how the bone carver was like, I don't need this. I just wanted to touch it. And then she was like, I made me almost die. I would have been so salty if I was Feyre in that moment. Because I was like, I have been boiling over this for 2 months for you, and you just throw it away.
Yeah. But like all of these like death gods and monsters had just like such good conscience, I guess. Like, oh, I'll help you. I just wanted to make sure you were worthy of this.
I never just
like the Weaver acting out, like everyone's so gung ho. I was like, you're supposed to be evil. What's going on here?
Like, yeah, normally in folklore and like just fairy tales and everything, like death gods are like these evil things that only help if you like give them something. But these death gods are just like so cool. They're just like, yeah, fam, I'll help you. Whatever you need, I got you. Like,
you got good conscience, I'm on your side.
You got a heart of gold? Welcome to the club.
Gods so much. I don't know why. Like, they just, for some reason, they really shined in this book.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I thought it was really cool how they added that. I thought it was really cool how she added that. I thought that was really awesome. And how they like helped in battle and stuff. Let's not forget about Bryaxis. We can't forget about the little dude who just wanted a window. All he wanted. Maybe a window. What time of day it is?
Okay. There's something that, because we're kind of like out of order of events now, that I was like putting in my notes and stuff, because like, you know, I had like the order structure out. But no, but that's okay. Let's just talk for a second about Feyre's dad coming back. What did you guys think about that?
That was the other scene where I cried. Like when he came in, and there was like it was right. I remember it was right at the end of the chapter, and then there was like each line. And then, like, the boats with, like, Feyre's name, whatever. What I was like, I cried.
That was so cool.
But see, the thing, though, is that at that event that I was telling you guys about, the ACOWAR launch, people were saying, like, people were not defending his dad and saying that he was the true villain of the story.
What?
Because he was lazy, and he didn't work and stuff, and so Feyre had to, like, do stuff for herself, and then all of a sudden he decides to leave in the middle of ACOWAR, like beginning of ACOWAR, or like beginning of ACOWAR, something like that, to do his own thing, and he abandoned his girls. Like a lot of people have been saying that, but I personally, like, I think someone's review, I watched somebody's review yesterday, and they said, but that could have also been Tamlin's glamour on them, like if Tamlin had a glamour on them, which was weird. So I was just like, okay, that's very interesting. But it kind of didn't really make sense, because I wish it was more explained. But either way, like, I'm so happy that he did come back. I just wish that it was explained more. You know?
Yeah. I was just like, how did he even know, like, where to go? Because Lucian didn't know where to go.
And then, like, Lucian didn't end up actually doing anything.
Yeah,
because he just kind of met them on the way.
He just did
had done all the work.
Like,
I wanted more Lucian in the end. That's all I wanted.
Yeah.
I just want more
I just wanted like Lucian to just show up and like tear like everyone apart. That's what I wanted.
You know, I was thinking the next few books, they're gonna answer whether like Lucian is really Helian's son.
Yes.
We
need
like
to know
that was really cool, because they never really addressed that at the end, I feel like. So
I just need
Lucian doesn't know and Helion doesn't know, so I feel like they need to have like a really awkward dad-parent thing. I just want like an awkward scene between them. And I feel like that'll give me reconciliation.
Yeah, and Feyre herself said that Helion doesn't have any like heirs, so if something were to happen to him, Lucian would be the one to take his place.
Yeah, I feel like that's gonna be a big like plot point or something in the next one.
Yeah. No, like I'm just like I want like, you know, like those like in those TV shows, like those soap operas when like people like meet their real parents and it's like really awkward. I want that. Like it's just a really random and awkward scene, just like, so hey.
Yeah.
Like that kind of stuff. I want that.
Man. But I'm like trying to figure out what other things to talk about. Like it's all jumbled up now. Okay, can we just talk about for a second? So this is one thing that me, Nat, and Lucy were talking about in the queue yesterday. If you viewers don't know, we almost spoiled ACOWAR for a lot of people because we were gushing about it. I will go into that in my Sydney Writers Festival recap video that I'm planning to do, but anyway, that was really funny. So we ended up talking about, so you remember, like before ACOWAR came out, Sarah J. Maas was like, oh, we're getting 2 POVs, right?
Oh.
Yeah. Wait,
Does anybody yeah?
There was only one, right?
Usually, like
chapters. We got 2 chapters from recent, and one of them, yeah, it was important to the story, but the last chapter was the most completely pointless thing ever. Like it didn't even need to be there.
And like we got like sometimes like Feyre went into Reese's mind and saw things from his perspective. I thought that was really cool to like give exposition in a way of like not changing point of views. I thought that was pretty cool, and like sometimes we delved into Reese's memories, but like I was expecting like more recent chapters, you know?
Yeah, I would have liked more recent chapters. I mean, I actually thought that half this book was going to be from his perspective, only because of the whole spring court thing, because I totally thought that the whole spring court thing was going to be lasting longer, like the fact that he was in the spring court, and then he would have the perspective of what was happening with the inner circle, what was happening in the night court, and all that stuff, and she was the spy on the other side. But turns out that wasn't the case. It was more just, her coming back after 100 pages, and we get more recent, which is cool. Like that scene when they reunite is amazing. But then awesome. The last chapter, like the second last chapter, actually, the chapter where he's in, it was actually completely pointless. Like it didn't really matter, like it wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah, but like maybe we should just add it in there. Like, oh, maybe we should add in one more chapter with Reese, just because I said we were gonna have 2 point of views.
Yeah, that's exactly what. Yeah,
probably what happened.
Yeah. You know what? Okay. Now we're going into like deaf territory, but it would have been crazy if we saw the deaf from Reese's perspective. Like, I feel like that would actually have more value than the last chapter that we had with him, like, from his perspective.
Yeah. We also, when Farah died, it was from her perspective.
Yeah.
So it would have been like mirroring that, so that would have been cool.
Yeah, that would have actually been kind of cool, and like it would have been like really cool to like mirror that. Like I felt a tug on the bond. Like I would have been like, ooh, parallels, but nah. That would have just like made me cry even more though. I would have sobbed for like a day.
Page 666 in the UK paperback is literally from the devil.
Yeah, I know. I saw that on Tumblr, and then people were just like, do you think she did this on purpose?
I think she did it on
purpose. People were just like, probably. People were like, everyone just commented, probably.
I haven't actually seen page 666 in this one. But, yeah, keep talking as I do this.
Go away.
Wait, what does it...
So this is the hardback.
Grace, what...
Oh! It's also in the hardback. It's also it's in the hardback. Okay, because I read from the paperback because the hardback came in late. So yeah, I didn't know at the time that it was the the devil's chapter in here too. So and then Satan ends up following Kathleen yesterday.
I know, funny. That was hilarious.
So, and he's like, I heard you read page 166 of ACOWAR.
Kathleen, did they message you about it, or did they message you, or what'd you do?
No, I just felt like I was looking at my notifications, and all of a sudden I see Satan has followed you, and I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, what the heck is this? I don't understand.
That is the funniest thing ever. Oh my gosh. I can't. That's amazing. But yeah, man, and Cassian, like, okay, how did everybody react to those 2 deaths? Like, I just want to hear how you guys reacted.
Wait,
which death?
Are you using my computer or something, Mel?
Cassian and Resend.
Huh?
Wait,
how did you guys react to them?
Wait,
did Cassian die?
Cassian didn't die.
Oh, Cassian didn't die, yeah. No, something happened with Cassian.
Like, I don't remember this part.
Yeah, Cassian didn't die, but something happened with him. No, I almost thought he died. I thought he died.
I know, me too.
Yeah.
That's why, yeah. So, yeah, but how did you guys feel about that?
Wait, which part? You had like 2 almost.
They happened back to back.
Let's talk about Cassian. When Nessa like threw herself on him to protect him, like that was the most beautiful thing I've heard. And I was like, the book said they were talking like how if he's gonna die, she might as well die with him or something like that. And I was like, that is so pretty. And then of course her sister comes and saves the day. But it was just a really touching moment, and like the whole book was a build up on them, like they're so much tension between the two of them, and it's like, I feel like in that moment it was her finally like accepting that she really cares about him.
Yeah.
And I was just okay, so pretty.
I mean, he really cares about her, thanks to Feyre. Like he would do the same for her, and I think she finally accepted that. Yes, like I will do the same for you, which was crazy. It was insane, but I thought he was gonna die, so I think that's why I keep on thinking, well, Cassian died, but really he didn't. Like that's just I think it was just me at the time. I was freaking out. I was crying so bad that I thought that he died. But yeah. But I've never, so the last time that I cried really bad that I had to get up into the bathroom and like wash my face, and that was just like sobbing really bad, was like the only time that actually ever happened was when I read Allegiant.
I was gonna say it's probably Allegiant.
I'm not gonna say anything else. But chapter 50 of Allegiant, like that's I cried more with chapter 50 of Allegiant because
The reaction rather than
like reasons.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't just like it was like crying for weeks for that one. Whereas with this one,
when she announced that they were actually going to have dual perspectives, I was like, oh no, she's not going to pull some Allegiant crap on us. She better not. And she didn't. So thank God.
I don't think that she would kill off. I don't think she would kill off Rhysand.
No, because like she
did. Temporarily.
She loves Rhysand too much to kill. But I was like still really scared. I was like, is Feyre gonna die?
It's like, is Rhysand gonna find a new mate? What? But yeah, that was
a mate triangle.
Oh yeah, true. Oh no, not mate. No. He already has one mate. He's gonna find another love interest. Dang it! Like I'm getting everything confused. But yeah, so like, is he gonna find another love interest? Like this is weird. But yeah, no, like she didn't die. He didn't.
I had like
died.
Suspicions.
But that reaction, like I sobbed so bad, and I was freaking out. And I was babysitting Faith, and it was just like to me, "You okay?" Just like, "You okay?" If you guys don't know my baby sister, Faith, she barely speaks due to having autism. So she struggles with her
sister so much. So adorable.
People cry. She starts to kind of sympathize with them and be like, "Are you okay?" She's beautiful.
Your sister is so cute. I love her so much.
Adorable.
Yeah, she turns 4 today. She's 4 years old today.
Tell her I said happy birthday.
I will. She's so cute. But yeah. Yeah, she was literally like, you okay? I'm like, I'm fine, Faithy, I'm
fine. Okay, what else should we talk about? Ending, what?
One thing, okay, let me talk, one thing about, like, Amren.
I was gonna think of Amren's scene, like, Amren's coolness. Let's talk about that.
I like the scene where Feyre initially thinks that Amren is, like, betrays her. Honestly, that, like, pissed me off. Because how long have you known Amren? Yeah. And then you're just jumping to conclusions. Like, I know it looks bad. Like, I honestly pissed me off that moment because I feel like Feyre jumped to conclusions by assuming that Amren was betraying them, and then she was wrong. And
but
like, how long have you known Amren? She's part of your family. Like, why are you thinking that she's betraying you? And it's just like, I don't know. That was the one moment in the whole book that made me pissed off.
She did have good reason though, because it's like a time of war, and like it seemed really suspicious. She was like, sorry, but this was the only way. And she's like, hold up. Like, I would have been like, wait a second. Like, you cannot deny. Like, if someone said that while you were doing something extremely powerful that could possibly kill you, like, you'd be suspicious of them as well. So I understand where Feyre's coming from.
I would be suspicious, but I wouldn't just jump to conclusion and say, "Oh, she's betrayed us." And
I would have been like, "Are you betraying me right now? Like, is this happening? Or are you just like being really weird and conspicuous?"
Yeah. And then she sacrificed herself, and I was so sad. Like,
but she came back.
Okay. Conveniently, okay.
And I love
it was okay.
The line at the end where Reese was just like, so you're not going to be Reese is just like, haha, you can't scare me with your powers anymore because they're gone. And she was like, don't worry, I'll find another way. I thought that was so funny.
You know, okay, one thing, like, going back to, like, kind of the beginning-ish that I really do want to, like, point out was how funny Amryn and Nesta were. Like, Amryn pretty much put her into her place.
They were,
but they're like so similar, and I like, because we've got Feyre and Mora's friendship, and we do have Feyre and Amryn's friendship, but I really do want to see a friendship between Nesta and Amryn.
Yeah,
You know,
we just kind of get that. We kind of got it, but like it wasn't like all there.
No, but I really want to see it in future.
Having I can see them having just like be like the best girlfriends ever, you know, like going to drink blood together or something, you know. Like that's they do that. They seem like they're very like they parallel each other, and
Yeah.
they seem like a good.
You know, I think, you know, like her character development throughout this book, I think her character development was the one that I enjoyed the most. And I have to say, I think it has to do a lot with Amryn and her friendship with Amryn, because she had to kind of like interact with the scariest of them all. You know, Amryn is like the most powerful and the scariest of them all. And I think it kind of contributed to Nesta stop being such a bitch. So
Yeah.
and I really enjoyed like her character development throughout the book.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think she had a lot of really good scenes with Feyre as well, where she, like, those kinds of scenes where they like almost have a moment, but then they stop and like someone interrupts them or something, but they like, almost care for each other. Like those are really
almost.
like respecting.
Remember that scene when they slept together, like the three of them, her, Elaine, and Nesta, and I was like, that is so pretty. Like they're finally like acting like loving sisters to each other.
Yeah.
It was such a nice scene, that one.
I don't know. Have you guys seen Phantom Rin's art? Because she drew like a art piece, like a lot of art pieces with the three of them, and it's like all so cute. And I'm just like, oh, sister goals.
I like
Oh, no.
Phantom and stuff. They're really good artists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to-
Yeah. Do you guys have any predictions for the next book?
I don't know. I always forget her name. Sushi Dragon Master said like the next one might be a prequel because they're supposed to be like spin-offs, not continuations in the series. So like, it could be a prequel. I want delving more into Reese and the Serial. I want one Serial book. That's all I want. I just want one. Like even if it's just like 100-page short story, I will take it. I just want to know more about the Serial and the Bone Carver and the Weaver. I need to know.
Yeah, a lot of people are thinking that at least one of them is going to be a prequel.
I would love to see a prequel, like what happened to the Cauldron, like before all of this, like the war, what led up to that initial war. I would love to see like,
dude, a novella from the Cauldron's perspective would be kind of interesting. That'd be interesting. I want to see how she'd write an inanimate object that can like make someone immortal. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Honestly, if she could write the weather forecast and I'd read it.
I really do want to predict, like I want to predict that at least one of these books might be about, well, at least have a lot of focus on Nesta and Cassian.
I think so too.
I originally wanted it from Amryn's perspective. Like before going into this, I'm like, I want the spinoff to be from Amryn's perspective, but now I'm like trying to reevaluate that and think. I personally think that Nesta and Cassian kind of might make more sense.
Yeah.
But,
I wanted to see Amryn's book on Amryn if she was still like whatever she was before, but because she came back as High Fae, and like her journey trying to get back to her world, whatever, but because she became High Fae and she's no longer trying to get back to her world, that's obviously not happening. So
Yeah.
I don't think a book on Amryn would make sense anymore.
Yeah.
Every time I keep thinking about
I want to
Amryn's
see a book on Lucian. Like, what happens to him?
I know.
I think Lucian will be,
Oh, Lucian, yeah.
Yeah.
especially regarding the fact that we now think that he's the son of Hellion, whatever his name is. So.
Mhm.
I feel like people are treating Lucian like people are treating Kale.
Okay, but question: what do you guys think is gonna like Lucian and Tamlin's relationship?
That's
like-
tough.
I don't know.
I feel like Tamlin's gonna be like very distrusting of Lucian, but eventually they'll get like back. They'll just like become bros again, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Because
Things
when
I
I
want
think about them too, they are actually representations of Gaston and LeFou in this series. They're
Yeah.
Gaston and LeFou. A lot of people think that Talmon's a beast, but no, he's Gaston. And
Yeah.
Reese is the beast. That means that Lucian is LeFou, and the reason why he's, you know, like he can't really stand up for himself, he can't do that stuff. It's understandable because LeFou can't do that stuff. Like it's like that's what he couldn't do. And then this book, he actually kind of, you know, grew in that aspect, if that makes sense.
So I have one thing that I want to find out in the spin-off series. I want to know Reese's last name. We never figured that. We never knew that.
Do they have last name?
Yeah. Because Lucian has his last name.
Oh, yeah.
and
He has the last name. I just don't.
Tessa or whatever. It starts with a V.
Yeah, because she's still Farah Archeron.
Yeah, Archeron or whatever. Whatever it is. I don't know if you guys.
Someone said on our live show that Sarah could write a book on each one of the beasts from the world.
Yes.
I think that would be cool.
That'd be
Like a story on how, like,
That was really
about the Weaver.
so.
I don't know.
Cool.
Cool.
Doing that.
So
Yeah.
can I go back to Amryn for a second? This is like completely off topic, but I don't know if you guys know this, but on Tumblr, people were theorizing before ACOWAR, people were theorizing like what Amryn's final form would be. Some people were thinking she was gonna be a dragon. Another person thought she was just gonna be like some all-powerful goddess, and there was this one person that went completely viral because they thought she was gonna be a pygmy puff. You know, like from Harry Potter, like those like little puff balls.
Yeah.
They thought she was gonna be one of those.
At one point, I thought she was going to be a Braxis. I'm just
I know.
That'd be cool though.
But it would be really cool though. Yeah. I have to head off very soon, so
Okay.
I have to conclude you guys at there. But guys, any of you guys want to continue the discussion, just keep chatting in the comments. So I should probably announce what our book pick of the month is, and I should have actually brought it from my shelf, but I didn't. It is Flaminus by Renee Ahdieh. I've never read anything by Renee Ahdieh. Have you guys read anything by Renee Ahdieh?
I read her duology. She has that flowery type of writing style, so it's a pretty it's a pretty writing style. But if you don't like that, it could annoy you. But I liked her. I liked the duology, the Wrath in the Dawn duology. It was nice.
Yeah, it's I think this one is going to be it says that it's pitched as Mulan meets 47 Ronin. So
Sounds pretty cool.
I'm down for that. So yeah, this one seems more like a warrior story, which I'm quite intrigued in. So that's going to be really cool. So we're going to be discussing that one, and it is going to be the 1st of July live show for you guys. It will be the 2nd of July live show for us in Australia. Same times, same place, and should be a good time. Next time, I will most likely not be working. It's just this time because, you know, store reorganization. But anyway, thank you so much for joining us, everybody. You guys are the best, and we shall see you next time. And just keep discussing with us because we definitely want to still keep gushing about this book. It's like amazing. So yeah, we love you guys.
Hashtag. We can answer your questions through there.
Yes, talk to us through the hashtag or comment. Anyway, love you all. See ya.
Bye.